dream. Dream from last night. Something like a kingdom. A kingdom with a female ruler, like a queen, and another female ruler, like somebody under her. A dream that was attacked. It was something like that. It wasn't like she was good, and it wasn't like she was bad. She was neutral. She was just there, and she was a queen. It seemed like once they overthrew this leader, this female leader, they were killing people inside there like crazy. I'm trying to remember the flag, but I don't. It seems like when they were, when they caught her, because the plan was to invade wherever they were. But they kicked up. They kicked up what they did. When they caught the queen and the person I was ruling under, which was also a female, it was like in a state of drunkenness. These two queens were like, whatever, however, la la la, and they were all luxurious and laid out. They didn't care. In my dream, when that was captured, the place was captured because they got the queen, and then they went and they got like the person under her. That was the end of it. So there was like a running away from the kingdom, and it seemed like we were under that rule. And here, guys, is under the Queen of England, or under England, the British rule still. So I remember dreaming this place, which is down south, and it's like people are running all the way. They're running. They don't know where to run. They were running, and they were trying to disguise themselves as they were running, but very few got away. And I remember as they were I remember in the dream that they were catching the people and they were kind of branding them. They had like this thing. They were branding them, and those who got away, great, but those who didn't get away were dying. In my dream, they were tracking down people like dogs. They were tracking down people like dogs, and they were branding them. And those who didn't get branded, they were running for their lives. Everywhere. Those who got branded, they were deteriorating. It was like they were rotting from the inside out. In my dream, we ended up running from that place, getting outside of the walls, so to speak, and running. And we got this place of refuge where, again, it was like 4 people. And out of the 4, 1 was neutral with a cat. He was just neutral. He didn't take it. He didn't get caught. He didn't choose the good side. He was just neutral, trying to survive. And the other 2, there was this lady that was just hoity-toity, crazy. She was wicked. She was on an agenda. She had an agenda. She had a plan. She was like, what if they said, she was like one of the sent people that was looking for a way to sell us out then. The other 2 guys, they ended up falling for the whole thing, and she got them into it. It all seemed to be like a pact, or like a pact or something. I don't know. It's like once you're in, you're allowed to go on the streets, you're allowed to do everything normally, and they won't harass you. But if they didn't put that thing in you or on you, you had to hide. Because if they found you, they were going to do it. And those who had discernment was running. I remember some kind of weirdness where her identity was being revealed to me. And Abba was kind of showing me the plan behind the sabotage, the attempted sabotage and betrayal. And we were in this place that had like this empty house. Again, it's a house. I have to share the one that I got last night. So we're in this place in this empty house, and well, we were just glad to be there. And this guy, he was neutral. He didn't take it, or he didn't choose the other side. This guy didn't take it, so he was normal. He was on my side, but he had a cat. He was obsessed with his cat. His cat was like his life. And the other 3 people, the lady and the 2 other men, she convinced to take it. They were totally gone. They were sold out for it. So wherever we went, and there were like things to enjoy, they were just enjoying it like everybody else, normal, not fearing anything. But inside, they were rotting inside out. In my dream, it's like she knew that I could discern what she was. She knew that I could tell that she was on the plan of sabotage and exposing her. And there was this empty house that we came to, and we were hiding in it, all of us. She was pretending. I knew that she was pretending. And she was trying to sell out me and the other guy with the cat. Because he was neutral and I wasn't I was not for them. And in my dream, she sat outside this diner table kind of thing that was on the street next to this house, just on the outside of it. And whatever it was that was controlling her, she was beginning to act up. So she wanted to fight with me. And I was losing my patience with her, and I was like yelling from the house onto the street. And it was like when she went out there, the guy with the cat, he was sitting in a room all by himself with the cat, and he was trying to enjoy like the quietness of it. Just enjoy the quietness of it, because when she's inside, there's like this uncomfortable unruliness, kind of like an uncomfortable atmosphere. So in my dream, she wanted to come in and fight with me, but she couldn't come in, as he said that he wanted quietness with his cat, and he was enjoying that, and he was just there with the animal, playing with the animal in quietness, in the darkness, in this empty house. A dimness. The house didn't have lights, or we didn't put on lights because we didn't want people to know we were in there. So they went outside and they were dining. I was in the next room and I was watching them from this window that had blinds. And it was like the Lord was showing me that they were mocked. I could see the mark plain on her, and I could see the guys that sold out for her. They received the mark because of her. And they were planning, the guys were planning nothing strange. They were like, they're gonna go into the world and do what they gotta do and buy what they gotta buy and enjoy what they gotta enjoy. But she was kind of telling them that she has to get me to take it. And the guy was Brian, I think. Brian was his name. That they had to convince Brian that this was the side he needed to take. This was so weird. And I started to, there was this point where there was like a cafe somewhere, near the house. So where everybody would go and get food. And they came there to buy something, but I was also there. Buy food. And she was buying this thing and she was being all like, oh, she could get it, she could afford it. She was kind of flaunting. And that she had money because she already sold out for it. So she had a lot of money. And she was kind of boasting that she could buy this and this and this. And me and Brian could only buy certain things. And in my dream, we almost fought at the food court, or whatever it was, a parlor, food court, or some kind of shop. And the lady that was selling, there was something called blueberry pepper, like a hot sauce that made out of blueberries. And the lady was like insisting on it, which is just weird. It was like fancy stuff that she was getting. And she was flaunting about it that she could get it, because she took the mark. That's so weird. And the lady was saying it was a couple of days old, so it might be good. She said, but maybe it's good. The lady was just insisting because it was fancy. So it was to show me that she's, fancy. In my dream, I buy what I got to buy and got regular hot sauce on it for me and Brian. And we left. So we're back in the house there, and it's another night. They go outside and they're dining as usual in fanciness. And me and Brian, we're stuck in the house. He's in one room, I'm in the next room. And then she starts back with this same tormenting, taunting way throwing words, just wanting to fight, to provoke me then and fight. And she came up to the door and she was ready to attack me in the dream. And Brian came out and met her at the door and said, look, you can't come in here. I'm enjoying my peace without you in here. And he drove her away. And then I woke up. So a couple things about this dream. The house was empty, with just me and Brian. But Brian represented the lukewarms. He represented people who didn't take the mark and people who didn't choose the bad side. He was neutral. He couldn't be of any help. He was quiet, but he was still on my side. Or just wanting to maintain the peace. The house was like the secret place that we just had to stay inside of. The diner outside represented people who could go there and lavish on the world. The shop on the inside represented people who could also partake of things on the inside available to both lukewarms. Available to everybody then. But there were certain things that was only available to those who took the mark. Like the Bible says, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High, that house represented that place. But only those who were filled up with the Lord had peace in it. The rest didn't think anything of it. They wanted to go in the world, outside the world, and be in and out, and didn't care where they really were. Those who didn't take the mark were in the house, and they were comfortable there and safe without those who took the mark. That included both the ones that were on the fence of the side on the valley of decision, and those who didn't take it. And then I woke up. Now, I got my other dream to share. Ugh. So I'm now waking up. A little bit dizzy. Give me a second. My dreams are crazy these past couple of nights. Something is coming and something big is coming. Alright. My dream from last night. I feel conscious of my hair, so allow me to fix my hair. Alright. So my dream last night. Crazy dream. There was this house, again this house, because the dream was about a house last night, and there was this house this house was on a hill, and there was like these steps that led up from the ocean or the beach. So the steps is on the beach, on the sand, and it's coming from the ocean, or up from the ocean, or from it. It allows you to not touch the ocean while you're walking to go to the other side of that place to get to the house. And in my dream, there was this couple that was passing the steps. Remember, the goal is not to let the water touch you when you're crossing these steps. So in my dream, this couple, this older couple, like really old couple, like about 60, like 60, in their 60s. In my dream, this older couple is passing the, good morning, everybody, good morning. So in my dream, this couple is passing these steps, but the water touches them. And when the water from the ocean touches them, they turn from here and they go straight towards the ocean. They forget about going to the house and they just went, they tuned into the direction of the sea, like that. The way that they did it was so weird. It was like they were hypnotized by when the water touched them. So in my dream, there's this lady who is walking after them. So there's this couple, this man and this woman, and there's this lady that's walking after them. And when the water hit, they turned into the direction of the sea, and they walked straight towards the sea. That's bad. Then she, who was following them, she realized that they weren't going on the steps anymore, and they weren't trying to avoid the water, but they were going towards the ocean. So she started to complain, and she's holding on to her beach hat and her bag and stuff, and she's like, I don't want to go here, guys. I don't want to go this way. But she's walking in the direction of the ocean, which was weird. Like this hypnotized kind of thing. In my dream last night, not last night, night before. In my dream night before, when she walked, I didn't see that couple again. They walked straight to the ocean. That represented the marine kingdom. It represented them. Well, anyway, I'm gonna come back. I have to share with you something anyway. So when the couple got touched with the water from the ocean, they got hypnotized and they walked straight towards the ocean. The lady that was following them didn't get touched with the water, but she was following them as well. So this step is leading from the sand, and if the tide comes in and the water washes over, you get touched with it, you're hypnotized. You go straight towards the ocean. You forget that you're going anywhere else. So I'm coming now on these steps, and the water didn't touch me. I crossed over on the steps. Listen to these words that I'm saying. I crossed over these steps and I walked towards the direction of the house. Nothing faced me. I crossed the steps and I went to the house. In the house, there are people of all ages there. From newborn baby to toddler to children of 5 to a little higher, to 8-year-olds, to teens, to adolescents, to adults, to you get the point. People of all ages are in that house. And there was this one baby, a boy, that was looking at me drinking a bottle and smiling when I came in, like he was so happy to see me. So he was smiling, taking out his bottle and smiling, taking out. He was just giggling. I just remember him giggling. He was so happy. And the other people in the house were doing whatever they were doing. Some were playing, some were in the kitchen, some were whatever. They were listening to music, whatever. And in this giant house, I remember this strange thing. There was this couple. The house was open. It was an open house. It was not something that was, what the heck is that? There was nothing that was blocked out or nothing that was closed. There was no door that was closed or nothing. This was an open house. So, y'all gonna see where this stream leads. It is crazy good. So, in this house, there's this, everybody's doing everything. They're doing whatever they want to do. But there's this couple that's about, again, 60, 65, somewhere around there. And what they're doing is they're walking into their house whenever they feel like at maybe almost dusk dark. And I said dusk dark, not night, right? And they're listening to records of people in their house, of anything that they did during the day. anything pertaining to music and entertainment. So this couple would just kind of walk in, and there would be like records of what people did during the day, and they would have like records of it, and they would listen to it, and they would be playing with and dancing, whether it was just a momentary thing. So let's say they listen to worship music. They would be like, they would take the record. Actually, they would take the record and they would put it on and they would play it and they would listen to it. They would enjoy it and then they would go. For some people that was good, but it seemed like for some people that was irritating. So whatever they did during the day, whatever, it was reminded of when these people walked in. They would take records of whatever they did, whatever music they listened to, whether it was worldly or what, and they would play it, and they would kind of throw it in your face, whether you liked it or not. You know, it's like, we're enjoying it now. We are enjoying what you did, or what you listened to, or what you engaged in. So in this dream, there was a kitchen. I think there was a kitchen. I don't know. I don't remember. I think there was a kitchen. Of course there's a kitchen. But I don't remember what the dream was about the kitchen. But in the dream, there was a kitchen. I remember people making food. Anyway, so here's the thing about this now. So when this couple came in at dusk dark, it's like you couldn't stop them. You couldn't stop them from coming into the house. They were coming into the house whether they were welcomed or not. And they weren't welcomed. It was like they weren't welcomed. It seemed like they were accustomed to coming in. And in the dream, this little baby, oh, he's precious. I love him so much. He's precious. So cute. This little baby with the bottle, I remember he was, I was kind of taking care of him for a while. Just having him there. Because he didn't have anybody there. So it was like all ages welcomed. But there was nobody that was specific to anybody unless couples or married couples. So then there came police outside. But they weren't police, and we knew it. We knew that they were there to hurt people. We knew that they were there to basically drag people off, like a martial law kind of thing. I don't know. They were not the police, but they acted like the police. They acted like authority, but they were not authority, good authority. So when they came outside the house, they couldn't enter in. Everybody had to come out. And the only ones that came out was me, the kid, the baby, another 5-year-old, another guy, and a girl, like a teen. So when we came out of the house, they had like these weird looking handcuffs that would lock in your knuckles, lock in your other knuckle, so they're together, like don't fall, that'll be just weird, like this, and they would lock you in like that, in a handcuff thingy like that, and they would lock that, like some kind of technical kind of thing. It was weirdest handcuffs I ever saw. So they were locking up people all around, and all of a sudden this guy shows up and he stands in front of us when the authorities were basically getting ready to put those things on us. From the baby goes straight back, right? So this guy stands in front of us and he changes. What does he change into? Wait and see. I don't know where Superman came from, but check this out. He changes into like this shield up thing. I don't know. I didn't watch Iron Man. I didn't watch Superman. But this is what he changed into. He changed into something like Iron Man. Totally shield down. So they couldn't hurt him. And then everybody he ordered, or he kind of took up everybody and he flew off in front of them. He fought off the people that were going to arrest because they couldn't do anything. It was so fast. It was like in a moment. Bam. He changed in front of us. He came and changed in front of us and put on this like armored suit. And he flew off with all 5 of us. And as we were flying off, we were looking at the earth from beneath. And we were looking at it, we was like, wow, it really looks different. It looks different, but instead of us getting sad about it, there was like this peace in the air while we were in the air. And there was like this peace in the air that I cannot forget. And the baby was there, the other guy, another guy, the girl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, and me. And the guy was holding all of us in his arms. And he was flying out of earth with us. And then I woke up. Now listen to this dream. The house is the place of refuge. It represents choosing God. It represents or wanting Him. People of all different ages, and I saw great and small, rich and poor, slave and free, standing before the throne. The people outside the house, well, everybody was just about, doing whatever. From the babies go straight back to the elderlies. The sea or the ocean represented the marine kingdom. The marine kingdom that has been persuading everybody through media, music, and visual to follow them, to engage in them, to hypnotize them, to turn their minds from Christ onto them. The house was a place of refuge. The steps was like the only pathway to the house, the place of refuge, Jesus Christ. But He was also the house. He represented God. In that house, there were all ages. The people that were coming in, like on evenings, they were like the angels that were sent, or some kind of testing, like the Holy Spirit that was sent. I don't know. That's not too clear, but they were like the ones that were just replaying your day. The police or the authorities outside were the people that were in the system of the beast, the system of Antichrist. And the police and the authority was martial law and the catching of the people that were trying to be in safe refuge of God in that house. The man in front of us is got to be Jesus, or an angel sent to protect us and take us out. Well, he's Jesus. I think he's Jesus. He's definitely Jesus, because he represented the rapture, flying out of this world that's no longer safe, whether we cross the steps or not. So, yeah. Um, my dreams are so deep these nights, it's not funny. Wow. And this is why Satan was probably attacking me the last couple of days, because he doesn't want me to focus. He doesn't want me, he wants me so exhausted or so caught up in myself that I can't focus. But Abba is giving me remembrances of this dream. It's serious. King is coming. Only those who are in the safe refuge of his palace, those who take the way to him, are going out of this earth. And those who don't go with the authorities, or those who are, I don't know, the system, those who don't go with the system, you have to resist the system. You have to boldly proclaim before the system, because that's how we came out of the house. So that's my dream. Do with it what you want. Share it like wildfire if you want. People need to know the rapture is coming. But this thing with the Iron Man thing, like, you know, the shield just came in front. That represented the protection of God. They couldn't touch us. Not one hair on our heads. They couldn't touch us at all. And then he flew off with us. I didn't watch anything with Superman. I can't remember last time I watched Superman. Maybe a couple of years ago. I can't remember. Or Iron Man. Definitely a couple of years ago. Nothing to do with that. So, yep, this is a message. And it's clear, isn't it? I have a video to play with you, for you guys, about the Marine Kingdom that Brother Wally did. Wow. Insane depth. Get ready for your mind to be blown to smithereens. Because our Jesus has been pushing on my heart to study the Marine Kingdom. And he did a video that is just wow. And there's a prayer at the end of it where you renounce your birth people, you renounce everything that's connected to the Vatican, who is actually connected to the ocean, which is the Marine Kingdom, and freedom comes. Do you hear me? This is crazy. I'm gonna share it with you guys, and I want you to watch it. Watch it because I tested it, and it is well done. It is well done. The depth of revelation that he gets. Don't look at him as a short man or midget or anything. He's like Zacchaeus to the Lord. Wow, 1,000 times wow. I'm going to share it with you guys actually now. I want you to share this video about the dreams, because it's surely coming. The Lord is warning. He's warning. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And he will not delay. You see how the man just appeared? Poof! He appeared, turned into this armor, sheltered us and shielded us from the system, and then took us out of this planet. Time for departure is coming. Get ready. Time for departure is coming. Get ready. I myself have to get ready. I'm not completely ready. I am ready, but I'm not ready. You know what I mean? I'm not ready. I think I'm not ready. In that sense of not ready. Me as a human being need to get some things straight. And but Abba Jesus is warning. He's coming. You got to be in the place of safe refuge, because both dreams are about houses. And both things are just amplifying. There's going to be a running. There's going to be a... Oh man. Pack your bags. Listen. Pack an emergency backpack. That if you have to leave everything and go,
That is what you'll be taking with you. Now is the time to take everything that you need off your social media or anything that is important to you. Save it on a hard drive that you can take away with you. I'm not talking about in the rapture, okay? I'm talking about if you have to run, go into a safe place where they can't find you, at least until the Lord wants them to find you, that you bear witness to them. He says when they bring you before kings and authorities, don't worry what you should say. He will give you utterance on what to say. Take it as a warning. I take it as a warning too. Take it as a warning. And in Jesus' name. Shalom. Hey, God bless you, Brother Andrew. I see you. God bless you, Jagnut. God bless you, Brother John. Everybody else comes on. Shalom. Hey.